what can be done? What could the rest of the world do? I mean, North Korea has nuclear weapons. It's they have a powerful military.
Yeah.
What can the rest of the world do to stop this from happening? Because it seems like, I mean, this is horrific. It's a form of genocide, and it's happening right now.
It's a Holocaust. In 2014, UN conducted this investigation for a year, and the conclusion was the only resemblance that we find in our history, what is happening to North Korean people, is a Holocaust. So Holocaust is happening again, and of course we are denying it again. Right? When it was Holocaust, it was happening. A lot of people say, "How is that possible?" It's so hard to believe that. And North Korea, using this concentration camp, these people do the biology test. They put them in the gas chambers. Right now, they do that.
A biology test.
Of
What's the biology test?
They test a lot of the weapons, biological weapons. So they, keep trying to. North Korea spends entire their GDP on developing nukes and weaponaries. I mean, they are the biggest provider to the Middle East. When there's a war, they buy missiles from North Koreans. North Korea makes money by selling the crystal meth and opium. That's how Kim Jong-un makes money in hacking, right? He steals a lot of Bitcoin and get up banks, like ATM machines. That's how he makes money. Because they don't export anything other than drugs and weapons and hacking and human trafficking.
So they experiment on their own people to find out if these biological weapons work?
Yeah. And also, they need a lot of concentration like prisoners because they have to clean the nuclear debris. Because they do a lot of tests. So since 2017, North Korea conducted almost 30 missile tests. If the one test missile cost to feed 25 million the entire year. So if he chose to do 4 less tests, nobody had to die in North Korea from starvation. And right now, Kim Jong-un recently admits that 11 million North Koreans are severely malnourished, and he's proud to say that. And he's not even bothering to hide in the past. Yeah, they are starving.
And
so
he's
what?
fat.
Oh yeah, that's his problem, being too fat.
Wow. So they're forced to clean up nuclear waste from these test sites.
Everything, yeah.
And of course, they die from radiation.
Of course, they don't last 3 months. Normal life expectancy when you go to concentration camp is 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. So they need a lot of those people.
And they just use those people for fodder.
Yeah.
How many people do they know how many people are in these concentration camps?
Nobody knows exactly, but several 100,000 of them. But there's also prison camps, concentration camps, prison camps, and labor camps.
And some people are born into these camps.
Yeah, those are people in the concentration camps. And they don't even get to know the name of Kim Il-sung or Kim Jong-un. They are too below the level. They don't even bother to tell them who the leader of the country is.
And what did someone in their family do that would would make them get put into these concentration camps?
So they find out later their great-great-grandfather was working with the Japanese for a week when the Japan was colonizing or the Korean was starting. They were talking to American soldiers, or they're like cousins of nephews of some in-law was a Christian, because North Korea is #1 Christian persecution country because they copied the Bible, right? They said, "Oh, Kim Il-sung loves us so much; he's a god. He gave us his son Kim Jong-il, and he dies, but his spirit's with us all the time. That's why they can read my thoughts. He knows how much hair I have, and that's how." So when you become a god, you don't need to explain. You don't need to make sense.
So they essentially use the story of the Bible for Kim Jong-il and
Kim Il-sung. Yeah, they copy the Bible. Exactly, copy the Bible.
Wow.
That's why I believe that Kim was reading my mind. And if the people believe in the West, that Jesus knows what you're thinking, why do you think it's surprising that North Koreans believe that?
So someone's great-grandfather speaking to the Japanese would be the reason why they would be raised in a concentration camp and never even be told the name of the leaders.
Yeah.
And that's happening right now.
Oh, it's been happening for the last almost 80 years. Yeah, this has been going on, and as you just ask, what can be done? Kim Jong-un cannot last even 1 week without Chinese regime support. The only reason the regime exists is because of Chinese Communist Party.